Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another Chart Nerd TA video. Today, I am diving into Metahero. So let's get into some analysis. Now, just looking at the candles here on the charts, I've got no indicators on or anything like that. I'm going to get some Elliott wave theory structure on to start with, and look at some potential plays here, just in regards to waves and how markets work in waveforms. Right here, this looks like we are in optimal fear and opportunity areas. Okay, if I invert this chart, it looks like the price is, so this is the chart upside down. Okay, you don't want to, when you look at this, it looks like it's had an insane run up. Okay, but really and truly it's had an insane run down. So these are areas you want to get involved. You don't want to buy peaks, guys. None of this is financial advice. It's all for education and entertainment purposes only. You don't want to be buying peaks, okay? And it's hard to predict these sort of things, if you are new to the market and are wanting to get involved. I got involved about 1.5 years ago, and I've been holding ever since. So I'm sitting at a big loss right now, and especially on a lot of projects. A lot of projects are down. Especially alts. So a lot of alts are down around 80-90%. And unfortunately, Everdome, since November, December, when Bitcoin started rolling and the rest of the market started rolling, has suffered brutally. I think within a 7-month period, we're down 90%. Okay. But again, as I said, guys, it's not financial advice. Do your own research. I do believe Everdome and Metahero, they're quite symbiotic, and I think they're amazing projects. I really do. And I will continue to cover those. But as I said, none of this is financial advice, guys, okay? But looking at the chart here, I do think this is optimal opportunity areas. So just going off this, where was we? Let's look at this level of support here. So back in November, you can see that Metahero was coming up, holding support. It broke out, and then it came down, okay? It held support, and then it actually lost it. And this was back in January. Lost support, okay? Came down, formed a low, okay, and then you ran back into that previous support and turned it into resistance. So at this point, I think this was the daily 55 EMA as well. I'll have a look in a sec. But at this point, this indicated you were going to be coming down, okay, and retesting this low. Now, what happened is it came down and formed a lower low. So this is basically negative structure. You've got a low, a high, a lower low, and then you came up and formed a lower high. So you're forming bearish structure, basically, okay, and within that, to be honest, I didn't see this much of a correction coming. I really didn't. But from that, where you've got that lower low, you lost that low then, turned that into resistance, and since then I've basically capitulated. And I think what you've been doing is hitting your head on a daily 20 EMA. So let's look at some EMAs quickly. So I've got the daily 20, which is the yellow line here, and the daily 55, which is this red, okay? Now what you can see is, if I just get that support and resistance line back in, yeah, you can see that you lost support here, okay? You was hitting your head on the 20 EMA, lost support, came back up to the 55 and got rejected from the 55. And basically, ever since then, you've come down and been hitting your head on this 20 EMA, this yellow line basically, and continuously getting rejected, okay? But how long does this last, guys? Let's be real. It's 90% down. It's an amazing project if you do your own research. What goes down must go up. What goes up must come down. It works both ways, okay? And a lot of coins, as I said, a lot of projects are in zones and areas like this where a lot of people are fearful. But I think this points out to optimal opportunity. I really do. That's not to say that further downside isn't ahead. I'm going to look into that. Potentially it is. And because we're not got much structural support here, we're in free fall basically. It's very hard to pick a low. It's very hard. So I'm not going to be sitting here and trying to pinpoint where this project is going to find support and hold that. I'm just trying to point out to you that I think this is a great area for opportunity. As I said, you don't want to buy highs. You really don't want to buy highs, guys, okay? And when you're showing negative structure and creating lower lows, you still, again, you don't want to buy highs. What you want to be doing is catching these areas. I think I got involved in some here. I got involved, I think, a little bit in here. I had a bit of FOMO here, and I haven't sold. I've just been kind of buying on the way down, hoping that the positive structure is going to return again, okay? But if I'm evening out my odds, it's a lot easier to sit back and think, okay, once it does start to regain some energy or recover in some way or have some sort of relief rally, potentially things will start looking bright again. And that's all it is. I'm a hodler, okay? But I'm losing track here anyway, okay? Getting back into the charts is what I'm here for. As I said, I think this is optimal opportunity, okay? You had the death cross here in January, and ever since then, it's been chaos, absolute chaos. I think part of this massive correction or this massive downtrend is recently because of Everdome's release. Now I feel like a lot of hero holders have felt the brunt of it, and feel like that the owners haven't really and the CEOs haven't really spoke much or released much information in regards to what's going on with Metahero. And I feel like a lot of hero holders felt like the focus had moved over, and therefore may have sold and actually got involved in Everdome. Personally, I hold both, and I was in Hero first, and I will stay with Hero, and I will stay with Dome. Again, not financial advice, but this to me is absolute optimal opportunity to get involved. Look, potentially, what you can see here is that this is from this high is a massive A, B, C correction. Okay, it's just where this support is. Okay, it's just where the support is, and within that, you could potentially have sub waves: wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is your wave 4, and now this is your wave 5 within an ABC correction. That's corrective. That's corrective structure. It's corrective market structure. Okay, and basically all that's happening is you're continuously running into previous resistance and struggling to break and losing support and struggling to break above that. So for example, here, support area. Right here, resistance area. Right here was support, okay? And then you lost that support, turned that into resistance area. Now, it's more likely, in my opinion, that it's going to find support somewhere. And at least